when he spits, stars assemble into diamond-tipped microphones set on fire by the magnificent vibration of his voice. Galaxies turn their ears to hear what his breath has been ringing since the beginning of time. God is a poet, and man has only captured a glimpse of his performance. You think you spit hot fire. The voice of the Lord is over the waters. The voice of the Lord flashes forth flames of fire, and the voice of the Lord shakes the wilderness. And I straight bit this from David, because he said it the best. And I struggle with why I still choose to turn a deaf ear. These particular verses scare the crap out of me. When it says that the voice of the Lord makes the deer give birth, something in my stomach goes inside itself. And no, speaking produces life, but I've never heard of another poet's words causing nature to put forth creation from a verse. God is a poet, and man seems to be the only thing he created that refuses to give him the audience he deserves at just one of his words. The mighty ocean stands in her place. As we sit here and try to trace around the beauty of his art, but we just can't figure it out. We can't even get the colors right. And when we attempt laboratory experiments to recreate his artistic process, it gets translated into stick figures and haikus, and we pat ourselves on the back as we hang up our facts on the Earth's refrigerator door like she hasn't seen them before. We kid ourselves. Or maybe we really believe we are the center of the universe. But don't you think, if we were the main event, things would look a little different? I'd imagine the stage would be set where we would have the best view, and maybe I'm the only one who thinks it is askew to call ourselves masters of creation when we can't even crack the mystery of the temper tantrum. And I've heard many say we are random matter composed in a particular way that just so happens to look like this, but when there are over 2,000 parts for a single eye to function, maybe it's just me, but I have a harder time believing in the awesome power of randomness than in the reality of a creator. God is a poet. And it's no secret why poetry is such a powerful thing. When words exit vocal cords, they become their own entity, a part of something that has always been, because in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. He was with God in the beginning. All things were made through him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and that life is the light of men. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. Jesus is the greatest masterpiece the master ever spoke, the most beautiful story that he ever wrote, and this is why I write. This poetry is alive inside of me, and if you think that's crazy, you're going to think I'm clinically insane when I say my poetry is alive, because Jesus lives in me, and when I open my mouth to speak, how can anything but light break forth? His illumination is an unstoppable force. The life that emerges is because of its source. God is a poet, and I will go as his messenger. I will fight as his warrior, and I will love for his honor. God is a poet, and I'll repeat what he speaks wherever I go. I will be his echo.